Always tracking, always alerting. This is Storm Team 8.
12:15 on your Thursday. Snow making a return, and it is pretty much falling across areas near and west of 131 at this point, even some flurries further inland. Here's a glimpse across the region. You'll notice a drop in visibility pretty much everywhere where that snow is falling, and temperatures favorable of it sticking around. Currently 21 in Grand Rapids, 25 in Allendale, 27 in Muskegon. Here's a look at Storm Track Live. It's a fairly light snow. We have fairly small snowflakes out there as well, so it will take a little bit of time for even some of this to stick or stack up. We aren't seeing massive impacts to area roadways at this point either. And as we take a look at a little bit of a wider view, I think this is going to tell a better story of what's to come. What's happened here is we have a weak boundary passing through. Some heavier snow off to our west-northwest, so I wouldn't be surprised if it picked up a bit into this afternoon, but then we should catch a bit of a break. The comes with those temperatures. We don't actually see a huge drop off, so as we move overnight into Friday, we could see a little bit of freezing drizzle start to mix in. It's largely why the National Weather Service decided to issue a winter weather advisory for counties near Allegan and to the north. It is, again, for that 2 to 4 inches of snow by Friday afternoon, but some slick spots, especially if we see some of that accumulation of freezing drizzle. Temperatures Friday should actually feel a little bit better to us. We're looking at a high of 35, but again, that's where we start to see some mixing take shape above that freezing mark. We tumble, though, behind this system into the weekend. A low of 4 Saturday morning, a high of 17 into the afternoon. So we'll walk through this futurecast step by step. Here's where we are basically right now. Some drier air trying to work in tonight, and then again, at times, we could see some pockets of heavy snow in those advisory counties. Most of the heavy snow coming in tomorrow during that morning commute time, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if we had some freezing drizzle overnight and in between then. Oftentimes our models have a really hard time picking up that freezing drizzle, and so we don't get a whole lot of leeway in terms of when it is going to begin and end. So something again to keep a close eye out for over the next 24 hours. In terms of snow totals, as mentioned, those counties in that advisory, especially northwest of Grand Rapids, will have the best chance at seeing about 2 to 4 inches of snow when all is said and done. I do think the majority of us will hover through that 1 to 3 inch range though. Overall impacts, not a huge deal. Tonight should be okay. Again, Friday morning and afternoon, if we have some of that freezing drizzle, I think it can cause some issues. By Friday night into the weekend, you are in the clear. So much so that temperatures begin warming as we move into next week. We'll see high temperatures rebound above freezing. Monday is 30, but we're up to 34 on Tuesday. Mid-30s as we move towards the middle of the week. And I think most importantly, we are dry. There's really no systems that will be sliding in until perhaps the end of the week. We're looking at what could be a bit of a wintry mix on Thursday and Friday, but a bit too far out to nail down the specifics.